Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm joined here with Adamo Ritaco to comment on the latest AC Milan news and rumors. It is the final hour of the 2016 summer transfer window. And how many news do we get today? Lots of them, lots of rumors, lots of false hope, but definitely more concerning the players that are actually leaving the club rather than coming in. However, we want to get right into it and talk about the latest news that have just came in regarding Matty Fernandez. Apparently, it is a done deal. Gianluca Di Marzio from Sky Sports has just reported this. It is official, even though there's no actual official communication from Milan as of yet. But it seems like everything is done. Matty Fernandez is set to become an AC Milan player. Lots of complications going on for the player throughout the day, actually, because he was very close to joining Cagliari at one point, and then out of nowhere, Montella gave him that famous phone call and told him, "You better get your ass to Milan." And in the end, I guess that is actually happening. Matty Fernandez, not the youngest of players, 30 years old. I think he still has a lot of talent to show, however, a lot of skill guaranteed. I think he's a good playmaker in a way. He could obviously help the team. Maybe not the best signing that we could have made, but given the time frame that we had, I think that we need to evaluate our options. I mean, at one point we were actually going for Luca Rugon. What's his name? Rugon or
something like that. Rigoni,
yeah, that's
good
it. From
sign.
Genoa.
That's a good sign.
The classic Genoa last minute signing that you would expect from Galliani. That seems to get out of the road, so it doesn't seem like we're going after him anymore.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. And it seems like some updates on Matty Fernandez just coming in. Once again, as you would expect, it's a loan with option to buy. It is not a permanent transfer. I mean, what else could you expect from Milan, really, at this point in time? But I think it's a good thing that Milan are actually not paying for him right away, and they have the option to buy him once the season ends. But Adamo, give us your initial thoughts on this new signing. Were you expecting more in terms of a name that could have honestly been more of interest to Milan in this last day of the transfer window, or you think you're fine with that?
Well, I mean, Matty Fernandez is a player that I would definitely take at Milan. As you say, he's very skillful. He can definitely create some plays, and I think that, Montella, obviously previously working with him, he was one of his favorite players, at least from what I've heard in the past. And, I do think that we can utilize him to the best of his abilities, and he can definitely bring a lot. So luckily that's the case. But I do think that, Milan could have got somebody that's, more, I wouldn't say experienced, but kind of more of a deep player that can kind of kick Montolivo out of the squad, because we do have Sosa now. That's kind of more an advanced player. And then now we have Matty Fernandez. So I think if Milan signed a player like Badai, for example, from Fiorentina, that would have been better, but they were not moving on that for whatever the reason was. But Matty Fernandez is definitely a player that I would take at Milan, and I'm definitely happy to have him, because I do think that, it can help us reach the Europa League or Champions League. I don't necessarily think he's somebody that you rely upon to win you those 2 cups, but he can definitely bring you there.
Yeah, I think, once again, like you said, he's a player of experience. Maybe not the best of signings, but given the time frame, I would gladly accept him. Also a player that played under Montella, so Montella knows how he plays. He knows his characteristics, and I think he could use them to his advantage, really, at Milan. Now, speaking about other signings, well, it's actually departures here, official departures. Balotelli signed with Nice in France, of course, coming on a free transfer from Liverpool. Your initial thoughts on that, Adamo? What do you think about Balotelli going to play in France now?
Audio, I did not see that coming. I mean, I thought maybe he would stick with playing in Italy, kind of his home country, somewhere he could be more relaxed, and I wouldn't have to expect many, different things going on, like new challenges, I guess you could say. But maybe that's something he wants. I don't know. Seems to be the case. I guess Nice is a good team for him. They did do pretty good in League One last year, I believe. And, I think that it's a weird situation, because you always say, this is the year for Balotelli. This year he's gonna do it, and he never does. So hopefully he does get his life back on track and his career back on track at Nice, banging in those goals. Who knows? Hopefully that might be the case. And if it is, perfect for Balotelli. Not necessarily sad to see him not be at Milan because of the way he's performed lately, but I definitely do think he still has it in him to be a great player. It's just unfortunate that this has come at such a late stage, should it come.
Yeah, I think that, Balotelli could maybe revive his career there. France, not the toughest of leagues to get goals, so maybe he could definitely get, on the score sheet more often. And maybe it might be a good place to restart his career, I think. So hopefully we wish him all the best. But let's move on to other players. Lots of news once again coming in. Diego Lopez is going to Espanyol. It is now official. The goalkeeper will be going there on loan. And I think it's going to be a 2-year deal. That is what some reports were saying. There's also confirmations that Ersin Vergara has left Milan. He's joining Russian club Arsenal Tula on loan. So that's another player gone. But let's backtrack a bit to earlier this morning, Adamo. There were talks of either Jovetic or Fabregas coming in at one point. I just woke up reading those news. I'm like, what in the world is this? After being linked to other players, and then out of nowhere, seeing Jovetic and Fabregas being linked to us, I was like, this is impossible. After all, Fabregas didn't want to leave Chelsea apparently, and Inter didn't want to sell Jovetic at all costs. You think these players, maybe one of them, could be potential signings in the winter transfer window?
You look at Jovetic, he's a player that, he started off pretty good at Inter. Obviously, you can hear my dogs going wild. They love Jovetic. They love him. But, he's a player that definitely had his abilities, but he got injured quite a lot. Even this season with Inter, he was sidelined for quite a bit, I believe. But, Fabregas, I think that would be more realistic. The kind of issue is, why would Fabregas join Milan, a team that's, not even in Europe? I think if either of those players were to leave their clubs, I think it would, it's likely that both of them will, but I think Fabregas won't really fit in under Conte's new system because he's not much of a runner. If he goes up, he can't really track back, and I don't think that, Conte will, want him over a player like N'Golo Kante, not to be confused with Conte. And, I think that, exactly. I have to throw that in for the fans. It's for the fans. But yeah, I do think that Fabregas could be leaving Chelsea in the winter, obviously, but I don't think that Milan would be his ideal destination. He's not getting any younger, and I think he's going to want his best chance at winning more Champions Leagues, or at least having success with a club, which doesn't seem to be in Milan's plans for the next year or so. So I don't think that Fabregas or Jovetic will likely come. But, you never know with Milan. They might pull some deal out. Maybe with the Chinese investors, there might be some allure to Milan finally that there's this new project. But honestly, I have no clue. I wouldn't mind Fabregas. He's a very, very creative player, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see.
Guess we're going to have to wait and see, guaranteed. But I wanted to speak about the defense now because, I've been saying it for the past month. A lot of people have actually been saying it, that Milan should have signed another center-back at all costs. We're actually pretty short in that regard. It seems like we don't have enough players that could fulfill that center-back position. Now we're stuck with Gustavo Gomez and Romagnoli. Not a bad partnership after all. But Gustavo Gomez, it's going to take time for him to adapt to Milan's game, time for him to adapt to a new league, the Serie A, which is not an easy league to adapt to, technically speaking. And then we got backups such as Paletta and Zapata. Of course, Vergara's gone on loan, like I mentioned before. But the defense is once again one of the most worrying signs in this team, and nothing was done to address it. I'm actually quite pissed off that once again, for another transfer window, nothing happened in terms of defense besides getting Gustavo Gomez, a guy that hasn't proven himself at all so far. So it's not like we got a certainty in that back line that could fix our problems. Now, obviously, the main name of discussion in terms of a defender was Rodrigo Caio in these recent days because Milan were trying to get him. Of course, Sao Paulo, the negotiations were a bit tough. And now it seems that Milan had another meeting earlier today to try and seal him up for January. However, obviously, there's other teams out there, such as Napoli, and I think Sevilla has even been added to this mix. of teams that is interested in Rodrigo Caio, a very promising young player, 23 years of age, I believe, one of the better defenders, really, in Brazil at the very moment. So hopefully we do get him in January. I honestly doubt that he will arrive in this transfer window in the little 50 minutes that remain in it. But I think it could be a very good solution. But definitely we need to revamp that defense at all costs in January. What are your thoughts on Rodrigo Caio and what you've heard about him so far, Damo?
Well, realistically, I think that if Milan brought him in, it would have been very ideal for Milan, especially with their playing style, because what I've seen and what I've heard of him and what people have told me, he's not just a defender. He can also play with the ball at his feet. Obviously, he's no Lionel Messi, I guess you could say, but he definitely knows how to distribute the ball and could definitely help out when you're playing a possession style, much like Barcelona and other teams of that sort. So I do think that he would have been a great signing. And if he does come in January, it would be fantastic. But as you said, there's a lot of teams in for him. And by the time that January comes, if he's not signed up by this window, he's definitely going to have a lot more suitors going after him. So Milan definitely need to lock up a deal if they do plan on actually securing his signature, because I do think he will go pretty fast. And he's definitely hard on the market. As you said, he's one of the best defenders in Brazil at this very moment. So he's definitely not somebody that teams are going to let slip by. Especially for such a low fee in today's market, I guess you could say. So hopefully Milan do get that deal done, because I do think it is very, very critical that we get a partner for Romagnoli, somebody who's solidified, because I do think that although with these new additions in defense, that nobody is really a solidified starting player. It's not like we signed Musacchio that we know for sure this guy's going to start game in, game out alongside Romagnoli. We got Gustavo Gomez. I mean, he's a player that hopefully in the future, or hopefully even in the present, he can perform for Milan, but I don't necessarily think he's this world-class, amazing prospect that we're looking to keep for years and years to come. So I do think that it's very, very important that we have a solidified center-back pairing with Romagnoli, and I think it's pretty disappointing, as you said, that Milan didn't find that this summer, because I think it was the most crucial thing for the club.
Now, on a side note, I think it's time to give a shout-out to the president of the Milan Club Montreal that is watching us.
The legend.
I'm Marcello. Nice to see you on the stream.
Ciao, ciao.
But I think Adam's he didn't put the scarf up.
I didn't have no pins. I'll bring it in.
Didn't have any pins.
I'll bring it in.
All right.
All right.
I wanted to talk about the signings that we made this transfer window, and I just want your opinion, guys. You can leave in the comment section on who was our best signing, or at least who you think will perform better in this season. Of course, we signed Lapadula back in June, Vangioni, Gustavo Gomez, Jose Sosa, Pasalic, and now Matty Fernandez. So it's not like we didn't really sign many players, because we actually did. But out of these names, really, it's tough to really say who's going to highlight in the season, who's going to come out and really put on some good performances week in and week out, or at least when they're given the opportunity to do so. So in my opinion, I'm actually pretty, maybe not excited, but I'm wondering what Matty Fernandez could do now that he came in.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's actually going to live up to his expectations. As I said before, played under Montella. Maybe he could deliver somewhat. Once again, we are missing that type of playmaker, a real good playmaker. Can Matty Fernandez be that guy? I'm not simply convinced. There's also been talks of Jose Sosa possibly replacing Montolivo in that regista role. So lots of talk regarding who could replace Montolivo. I think that's the only positive we can really look at the moment, that Milan, and at least Montella, is actually thinking of replacing the guy. Can you believe that, Adamo? After all these years,
wow,
it's actually a possibility. After all these years, where we've heard Milan saying, Montolivo, the next captain, they renewed his contract a few months ago, and after all, they're actually considering, benching him or getting him out of there. It's incredible. But yeah, who do you think is the best signing really for this team so far? Well, so far, I don't think we're gonna sign anyone else. But you never know. But who do you think is the best signing in this transfer window, Damo?
I mean, it's got to be between, I think, Matty Fernandez and Sosa. Obviously, not very flashy names, I guess you could say, but I do think that they're players that can surprise a lot of people, because a lot of people are kind of downing on the signings. But I do think if, Milan did make one more big signing this window, if we actually splash some money on, that we don't have clearly, on a center back or something of that sort, it would have made these signings look a lot better than they actually are. But as they are, with Matty Fernandez, Jose Sosa, I do think that those are the two players that will definitely contribute a lot to Milan. I think they're definitely going to help us, and I think they fit Montella's system practically perfectly. And I think if you had to pinpoint one, I'm going to go with Matty Fernandez. I do think that he can definitely impact games, and hopefully that, Milan can get the best out of him. And Montella, obviously, as we said earlier, coaching him previously, I do think that he's very, very underrated in the league, and was definitely one of Fiorentina's best players that we snagged off of them. So definitely I do think that Matty Fernandez can help Milan reach the Euro or Champions League.
Let's hope so. Let's definitely hope so, guys. So once again, for the next 45 minutes until the transfer deadline is over and dealt with, we will be providing live updates as soon as we get them, pretty much from various Italian sources such as Sky Sports, Gazzetta, and so forth. Now, the latest updates concerning Matty Fernandez are that he's actually in Chile. He's not at Casa Milan like many people were stating, and that his agent is taking care of this deal. So he's dealing with Galliani concerning the signature, which up until this moment, it still hasn't arrived in terms of official communication from Milan. Obviously, they have until 11 local time, that is in about 40 to 45 minutes, to submit this contract, or else he can't join Milan, which would be pretty much a shame after talking about him for about 15, 20 minutes now. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be, once again, a loan with option to buy for Matty Fernandez. It's not going to be a permanent transfer right away. And it's crazy to think that he was actually close to joining Cagliari at one point. Mm-hmm. And he kind of knew that Milan was after him for a long time. Yeah. And nothing ever really happened concerning Matty Fernandez going to Milan earlier in this transfer window. I think this was pretty much based over the fact that Fiorentina also released him, I believe, yesterday. That's what some reports were saying, even though at one point Fiorentina actually rejected those reports. Anyways, point is that Matty Fernandez is expected to become an official Milan player within a few minutes. We still don't have an official confirmation, but as soon as it arrives, we will be the first ones to notify you. So we're going to see what happens. Now, for the next 40 minutes, guys, it's time to send in your questions. Of course, your comments regarding our transfer window. We're going to be reading them. We're going to be commenting on what you guys think. So make sure to send them in. We're going to be answering all your questions. Myself and Adamo will be doing that. So we got a question here from Anthony Peppers. Nice name.
What a name.
Hey, Gio, did you hear about Cesc Fabregas? Yes, I heard about Fabregas. He was just a player that Milan were trying to go after, but Chelsea, after all, they said that they won't let him go. Probably still a bit buttered, I think I could say, from that Romagnoli deal that never happened. So, but technically speaking, I don't think Fabregas was going to come either way, since his wages are pretty high, pretty up there. So, I honestly don't think he was going to come. But we'll see what happens with that.
Too many dollar bills.
What do I think about Jose Sosa? I think, Adamo, you answered this question already before. Mm-hmm. Maybe you just want to refresh the viewers' memory for those guys that just came in.
Well, Jose Sosa, the legend himself, you look at this player and you think this guy is going to destroy defenses in the Serie A. Okay, not really, but he's definitely a player that I think is sort of being overlooked. I think a lot of people are hating on him and not giving him the credit that he deserves. Obviously he played in Turkey, he had a great season, but overall, it's the Turkish league. It's not the strongest of leagues. Not saying it's weak, but it's definitely not, on par with the Serie A, I guess you could say, in the space that you get to create chances, for his position. So I do think that, overall Jose Sosa will be able to affect Milan in a positive manner. I think that's all that matters, as long as he's not a negative impact on the team. And I do think that he does fit Montella's system almost perfectly, along with Matty Fernandez, if he does get confirmed. I hope and pray. But yes, I do think Sosa is definitely a player that can definitely, help Milan reach the Europa League and reach the Champions League if that was the case, rather than actually win it. I don't think we're signing players to actually win the Champions League, or else we would be, making a lot more bigger signings. So I guess we'll have to wait and see for January and the summer for, kind of those signings to come. But Jose Sosa, I think he's definitely, a player that Milan can utilize to the best of their ability.
Yeah, we got another question here coming in from Nathan. He's like, can you guys please explain to me why so many free transfers or no fees, and also a lot of transfers away from Milan? Well, pretty much, as you may know, they gave us a 15 million euro budget for this August. At least we initially weren't supposed to get anything, or at least I believe we had 10 million initially, but most of it went towards Lapadula. Then the Chinese investors and Berlusconi kind of got together and they said, we're actually allocating 15 million euros more in this August transfer window, in the summer transfer window. Therefore, that is why we can't make any big signings just as of yet. The big signings, or at least what sources are reporting, are expected to come in January for the winter transfer window. And apparently we're supposed to have about 100 million euros there to play with, I guess.
Decent.
To sign some players. So I'm guessing the main signings will be made in January. But even then, I'm not expecting many transfers to be made, because if you take a look at it, we already signed 5-6 players at this point in the summer. I really can't say how many players could be leaving in January as of yet. Maybe I'm looking at Honda as one of them, maybe Luis Adriano. I really can't name you more than 2 or 3 players that could leave. Therefore, at the same time, I can't really say that we're expecting 2 or more than 3 signings to be made in January. Hopefully, we'll invest in defense, because that is exactly what we need, especially in the center back position. So hopefully, we'll make some decent signings then. Some more questions coming in. Do you know something about Witzel? Is he a Juve player? Yes, he is. Will the Chinese still build a new stadium? It's something that they were talking about, but honestly speaking, as of right now, I don't think that is their primary concern. I think it is just to rebuild this team and actually focus on signing players, rather, at least in the winter time, rather than building a stadium at this very moment. So we're gonna have to see about that. Do you think Bonaventura is going to mold back to left wing or stay in the midfield? What do you think about that, Adamo? You think maybe if Montella is considering a 4-2-3-1 formation, I think that would be the best for Bonaventura. 4-3-3, we see him in that midfield, but it seems like he just can't exploit his game to his full potential. And I don't know about as a trequartista, that could be also an idea for him. So maybe a 4-3-1-2. What's your take on Bonaventura's position in this season?
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. I mean, on the wing, he's pretty good he's good at wherever you play him, realistically. So I think on the wing, he doesn't really have, I guess you could say, the pace to take on defenders, but he definitely he has the dribbling and players. So I don't think it really matters, especially in the Serie A. So I think it's more likely that he's going to, if we do play a 4-3-3, play on the wing, because I don't think there's many other options to play in that position. But I do think that he will be playing in that position along with Niang and Suso, or something of that sort at least. If we do play a 4-2-3-1, he could play as a trequartista, even in the 4-3-1-2, as you mentioned. He could play deeper as a central midfielder. I think there's a lot of options for Bonaventura. He's definitely somebody who can be moved around the pitch if need be. Should a player be underperforming or gets injured, he can definitely fill in roles. So I think he'll kind of be moved around all over the pitch as the season goes on. But if we do play a 4-3-3, which seems like it's possible and probably likely, I do think that he will be playing on the left wing.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where he could play. Bonaventura is still a pretty diverse player. I think he could play in different positions, but at the same time, You know, you're gonna have to try and find that perfect position for him, because or else he won't play to his potential. And you know what he's capable of when he's actually playing in this position, in his desired position, and at his full potential. He could definitely hurt other teams' defenses, and I think Montella needs to find a specific role for him. Now, we got some reports coming in from Gazzetta dello Sport. They're saying that Milan is going to pay 500,000 euros for the loan for Matty Fernandez, and that they will have an option to buy him for 1 million euros. So not an expensive option. I could see Matty Fernandez maybe remaining at Milan for a couple of years. He's 30 years old, so still not that old. You know, he's starting to get in his 30s. But if you take a look at Mexes or Alex back in the days, you know, they were pretty much already in their 30s. So I don't see why Matty Fernandez can't remain for a few years here at Milan. I think he's a solid option after all. Once again, not the best, but definitely an upgrade over certain players that we already have in this team.
Say the least.
Let's continue reading some of your questions here. We still have to watch Montolivo. Can no one in the squad replace him? Yes, there are certain players that could replace him. Montella actually said that he's considering replacing Montolivo with Jose Sosa. He wants to see what he could do in that regista role. So we're going to have to see what happens. What do you guys think about a 4-2-2-2 formation with Jack and Suso as the trequartisti and Yang and back, or Lapadula and Bacca up front? Not quite sure about this 4-2-2-2 formation since the wings are pretty exposed, to be honest. Not the type of formation I will go for unless you're playing FIFA Ultra Attack or All Attack mode.
All attack, buddy.
But yeah, I will definitely not go with that. So we'll see what happens. Can we sell Poli now? I think Poli was actually a player that was included in a attempt from Galliani today. I think he wanted to get Rincon from Genoa, and he wanted to send Poli to Genoa on the other side, but Genoa said no. And if Genoa says no to Poli, then that's not a good sign, because
that's what you want to hear, boys.
That's what you want to hear. That means that Poli will be remaining most probably at Milan until his contract is done. Which, by the way, I don't remember exactly when his contract is done. I gotta check that out, which I will be doing.
Information we need. We need this information.
Which I will be doing right now, because you know he's one of those guys that you just want to keep at your club, never in a million years. But yeah, his contract actually expires at the end of the season. So Poli maybe might leave in January. We're gonna have to see what happens. But I honestly don't think that he's going to be leaving anytime. Maybe, you know, if Milan want to get something for him, maybe like $1 million or even less, they could give him up in January. If not, he will leave. Definitely, I think this is his last season at Milan. I don't see him staying there for any much longer. I just came in late, just catching your live stream. Now, did Milan get a center back? No, we did not.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, we did not. Sorry to disappoint you, but you know, that's just Milan.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Adamo, who would be on your wish list for the January transfer window? Who could we realistically get with that 100 million? Any names that pop up in your head?
Honestly, I can't think of, you know, specific names right now, but I definitely think that maybe we could return for Musacchio. Maybe Milan could re-enter that deal. I don't know if the player is, you know, happy with Milan, obviously stalling that deal as long as they did. You know, obviously kind of hindering his preseason, I guess you could say, as he wasn't in the trainings or any of the friendly matches for Villarreal. But I do think that they could re-enter a deal with Musacchio, so he could definitely be a player that Milan go after. They could be going after an official replacement for Montolivo instead of just, you know, trying to fit Sosa in that regista role. Maybe they'll actually go out for somebody who could actually, you know, fill that role. I think if Milan went for Baselli, that would be fantastic from Torino. That would be an amazing deal. I hope and pray that Milan would actually do that. But, you know, knowing Milan, they don't really go with the transfers that we would like. They like to go with the ones that are good for their budget. So we all know how that's going to go. But overall, I think there's a lot of names out there. Obviously, we're not Arsenal and Arsene Wenger where we say nobody's available, so we can't make signings. Now we're gonna go out there, we're gonna splash the cash, and we're gonna bring in some freaking signings.
That's right. Now we got a question from our boys. I believe it's Mr. Marco and Mikey from Italian Football TV. How you guys doing? What do you guys think about Milan not signing Cáceres for free? I get that he might be injury prone, but come on, Serie A experience and can offer him a contract based on appearances. That's actually a very good point. We were linked to him this summer, and I think that Milan could have made an attempt for Cáceres, but at the end of the day, Milan didn't decide not to go for him, and I think that maybe they should have got him. I think he could have been a decent option, but Cáceres will definitely be a starter on any other Serie A team, and I think Milan at this very point for their they don't have that class and that quality that they once had. And for the quality that they have at the moment, Cáceres could have definitely been one of those players that Milan could have got and, improve or at least be as an improvement instead of other players. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, what do you think about Cáceres? He could have definitely been a Milan player this summer.
Before I give my feedback on Cáceres, Marco, I want to ask you a question, buddy. All right, how do you feel about Zenit pulling out of that Witsel deal? All right, he's in Torino, he's getting the medical, and they're just like, you know what? Nah. All right, send him back. We want him back. You just got screwed. You're keeping Hernandez. You got to keep Hernandez. You got to keep him. Anyways, on Cáceres, I definitely think, as you said, he's an upgrade over any player that we do have. And, with Montella, who occasionally switches formations to a 3 at the back at times, I do think that would have been ideal for Cáceres playing in the 3 at the back, especially considering he's rapid for a center back. And, he would have been an upgrade regardless of what formation we played, and would have been a great partner for Romagnoli, I think. But, maybe Milan were too scared of his injury-prone kind of stuff. But like you guys said, they could have offered him a contract that was more or less based on appearances made. But regardless, Milan didn't get him. I don't want to dwell on the past. I really wish they did, but what can you do? As a Milan fan, you get used to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Adamo, we got some updates from certain people in the chat saying that you should be the regista. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Back in the hometown of Barry. Back in the hometown of Barry, I rep that Housley team, all right? Won the league, first season. I'm a regista. Yeah. That's what they call me. They call me Gattuso. Calabrese,
Not a real expensive option as well.
Exactly. Yeah. You can get me on a free
option to buy.
I'm good. You just gotta hook me up. You just gotta hook me up with the meals, the trainings. I'm in there.
That's right.
All right.
Moving on. Marcello saying, not Marcello, the one that we know, another Marcello. He's saying, I would spend all 100 million to replace Montolivo with Verratti.
That's
just me.
What a shout.
That has to be the best transfer strategy of mankind. Just take the cash, spend on one player.
You know what? I say we give the 100 mil to Montolivo to convince him to leave.
To get the hell out of there.
I think that's what we need. We got to give him some compensation.
But then it's like saying we will be giving him a favor, and I don't really want to give him favors.
That's true. Maybe you got to threaten him with a midfield partnership of Sule Muntari and Matthew Flamini. You got to return them back to Milan. And then Montolivo's going to say, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's just going to retire. That's it.
Maybe even throw in Costin or Mesba in there. Just throw them in the mix.
Mesba.
One after the other. One after the other. Juventus by Montolivo would be the funniest thing ever. I think more of a transfer deadline day live stream. I think this is a mocking Montolivo live stream.
I like it. Let's hope he's not watching.
Taiwo, you remember that guy?
Better than
Maldini. Guy.
Better than Maldini.
What a guy. The next Maldini.
Yeah. Yes. One day.
All right. We also got some updates concerning goalkeepers. It seems that Plizzari will be the third goalkeeper of the team now that Diego Lopez is gone. So it appears to be that Donnarumma will be the first choice. Gabriel will be the second, and Plizzari will be the third. Of course, Gabriel was linked to different teams in this summer transfer window, to Torino, to Bologna. But at the end of the day, it seems like nothing is happening, and he will be remaining at Milan at least until the winter. We always get this question, Adamo, and I think it's time for you to answer it. I mean, I think I've answered it on every live stream I did this month. Who should replace Montolivo as the captain at Milan, in your opinion?
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all shapes and sizes, the dreaded question of who replaces Montolivo as captain. All right? This is ballsy. It's probably a very bad decision, but I think he deserves it because he's a legend, and he's going to have it eventually, whether it's now or if it's in 10 years or in the 50 years that he plays as a player because he's so young. But I would give it to the man, the myth, Gianluigi Donnarumma, in between the sticks. In between the sticks. He needs it. He needs the armband.
He needs it. He needs it. Honestly, I think that in a couple of years he should be getting it. Maybe not yet. But who else has the determination and the leadership of this freaking kid at 17 years old? I don't see anyone else having the freaking grit of this kid.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, I think he will be, or at least he deserves it in a few years. Michael Liadi, any news on Luca Rigoni? He was a player that Milan was actually interested in these past few hours. However, guess what? Apparently, he won't be coming, and Matty Fernandez is expected to arrive instead.
What are we gonna do without him?
Ignazio Abate, best choice for captaincy. Bring back Bonera. Oh yeah, I love that hashtag. Let's get it trending.
I like this guy.
Let's get it trending, guys. Can we sign Berardi so he doesn't score against us?
Not bad.
Maybe not bad. Not bad. Not a bad choice.
It's possible. Swap deal. Montolivo, Berardi.
Captain Vergara. Unfortunately, Vergara is gone. I know. You all wish that he stayed at Milan.
What are we gonna do?
You all wish that he was a starter as a center back at Milan. But
I mean, you look in Milan and they say we're gonna make Champions League, we're gonna make Europa League, we're gonna win the league, we're gonna win the Coppa Italia, and they let go of a gem like Vergara. Like, what are you doing, guys? Come on, this guy wins you.
It's incredible.
He wins games. He just wins games. Ridiculous.
Vergara, the next Cafu, the next Maldini.
What do you mean the next? He already is. This guy is.
Yeah, you're right.
Proven.
Sorry, he has his own department. He has his own string of class.
Yeah, exactly. They actually call him Mr. Class on Grass. That's what he's known as.
You know how you have like different modes on FIFA? Mm-hmm. You got like amateur, professional, world class. After world class and legendary, you got freaking Vergara. That's a freaking. Can you believe that?
He's like Sofia Vergara, like
I wish.
Transferred into defending ability, and that's him. That's him. What can I say?
Vergara has the key to Casa Milan, apparently. That's amazing. Of course. Adamo, apparently you should be wearing a Maldini shirt. He's a legend, and you're a legend, so.
Thank you.
You should be getting that.
Speaking of Milan shirts, actually, I know this is going to make a lot of you cry, and it might make you weep inside, but this is the honest truth. I kid you not. I would grab it right now, but it's all the way in my basement, buried somewhere, for a reason that you'll find out very shortly. But I actually do own a beloved Milan 15-16 Bertolacci jersey.
Round of applause for this guy. Guys, just for that, you should leave a like on the video.
Leave a like for the Bertolacci jersey. I am that committed of a fan. In my defense, I didn't buy it. It was a gift. This is when Milan first signed him. They asked me what name I would want on the jersey. I was like, Bonaventura, Bertolacci, whatever. Just get me whatever. They come back with Bertolacci, and now it's 6 feet under the ground in Nono's backyard.
Guys, leave a like for Adamo's Bertolacci shirt. Come on. You got to give the guy credit, man. You got to give the guy credit.
Yeah.
And who's gonna come out and publicly announce
Who does
hundreds
that?
of people out there
I do.
that he has a Bertolacci shirt? You gotta have some balls, Adamo. You really have to have some balls there.
I'm a firm believer that you have to let out your emotions, and I do think that this, now that it's off my chest, is something I can go forward with in my life. It's definitely an improvement in my. I feel refreshed. So thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. 20 minutes to go until the transfer deadline is officially closed. Once again, no official communication as of yet regarding Matty Fernandez to Milan. We still haven't received any official communication, and there's 20 minutes left. These last 20 minutes, but we'll soon find out, I guess. By the way, guys, thank you all for tuning in. We are over 100 viewers. I think this is the first time we ever reach over 100 viewers on the live stream. So thank you all for joining us in this last hour. Bertolacci t-shirt Christmas present, Adamo, just for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just yes.
Maybe one day we'll do a contest where I'll sign this jersey and we'll release it to the fans.
That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
You guys could take that jersey. You guys could take that jersey, throw it out. I was actually thinking of using it as heat for the winter. Maybe light up his name.
You know those like moments when you go to the washroom and you sit down, you're ready to do number 2, and you look at the roll of toilet paper, you see nothing's there. Well, guess what? Okay, here's a handy dandy tool that I just sent to you, signed by moi. Okay, that you can now use to utilize in the cleansing of the lower regions. So Bertolacci, he's worth the mills.
Loving those regions, just gotta love them. Anyways, where did Diego Lopez go? He went to Espanyol. Any chance Bertolacci finds a role this season? Yeah, in the treatment room. That's where. I know, savage as fuck. I know.
Wow.
All the applause. Before back in the season, who was the last Milan player to score a hat trick or more, and when? If I'm not mistaken, it was Pazzini back a few years ago. I don't remember exactly what year, but it was Pazzini against Bologna a few years ago. I think it was back in 2012, somewhere around there.
Pazzini the Panini.
Just, that's all. What about Fabregas and Jovetic? No, they're not coming. Did you guys cover formation and starting 11 predictions for Udinese game? No, we did not. We will have a separate video for that match preview. Be sure to check it out as the game is in 11 days. So we don't want to speak about that just yet. What happened with Jack Wilshere, the man, the myth, the legend, the injury-prone player, decided that AC Milan and Roma are just way too shit for him. So he decided to go to Bournemouth. So
yeah, I mean, you look at the rankings and you think, all right, what do Bournemouth have? I mean, they got Callum Wilson, great striker. They have that's about it. That's all they got. So, I mean, relegation is definitely a possibility for Jack Wilshere, folks.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of him, you just gotta, imagine the best, just the best.
You bring Jack Wilshere into the club to bring you to the next level. I mean, he's a guy that you bring in and you think this guy is going to be great friends with the physicians. Yeah, that he's just it's just great that he can hold that bond. It gets me.
Reading some more comments from you guys. Gio came in late, who have been the latest names to come to Milan. It seems that Matty Fernandez will become an official Milan player in the next few minutes. It seems like everything is done for him. How long remaining for the deadline? Just about 15 minutes remaining. Jack Wilshere apparently got injured while signing the contract. Can you believe that? It's no surprise to me.
Yeah. Ronaldo's coming in, guys. He's coming. I'm just throwing it out there. If you don't believe me that Ronaldo's not coming in, he's coming in because I called him this afternoon, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "Yo, you're that guy from Rossoneri TV." I was like, "Yeah, man, that's me." And then I was like, "Yo, you're coming to Milan?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to Milan." I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man? Props.
Pound.
Pound."
All right. Why not take Balotelli? He's not as bad as some player who are now in Milan. Balotelli has officially joined Nice. If you guys are unaware,
What a move.
bring Mastor back. Mastor is once again out on loan. What about Pato? I haven't heard anything about him in a while. Didn't he join the La Liga club? What team was it again?
I'm gonna say Villarreal, but
Villarreal. Yeah, I think it was Villarreal.
Those folks over there.
Adamo and Gio, you guys are the best. No, man. Clayton, You're the best. You're the best for watching this video.
It goes third place is us. Second place is Bertolacci. First place is you.
The man, the myth, the legend. Clayton Agius. I hope I pronounced that right. Bring back Torres.
Oh, yes.
Who did we sign today? No one yet. Once again, still missing that official communication for Matty Fernandez. Ramsey to Milan on a loan. You know what that means? Whenever he scores,
No.
you know it. You know it. I'm just gonna stop there.
I know it.
The question is, guys, can we beat Sassuolo this season? Who knows?
Here's the question.
It all depends on whether they field the ineligible players or not.
Yeah. Oh, of course. You know,
Shots
that
fired.
3-0 kill. Shots fired.
Can I just say I'm on fire today? I'm just gonna say
exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I need to cool you down because Sassuolo. I mean, they're winning in the Europa League. They're winning in the league, and then little do you know, what's that? They're not following the rules. I mean, at least Milan is a crap club, but at least they follow the rules. All right, guys. That is sick. That is sickening. Sickening. These guys deserve to be with Juventus in Serie B, guys. Okay, these guys are sickening. Sick. They make me have diarrhea 3 times a week. Okay, I'm telling you, that's a fact. That actually happens.
Gotta love it. Just gotta love it. Yeah, refreshing for real.
Yeah.
I mean, who just hands out a win to Pescara out of all teams?
Yeah, for all teams.
We needed that win.
Jeez, like what is this? Like it's like that time when Parma, got in that whole fiasco, and then Roma were like, "Yo, we want the points," and we're like, "Nah, you ain't having the points." And I was like, "Okay."
Apparently, someone called up Maldini today.
Oh, true.
And told him to come out of retirement, and apparently he is coming back.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Does somebody leave in this deadline? Yes. Vergara left. Diego Lopez left. Well, Balotelli, he didn't really leave us, but he left Liverpool.
World class.
So yes, there are some players that left.
Ripping it up in France. Yeah. Let's just hope he doesn't get his ear cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired, Menez.
Yeah, today it's just one of those days. They should rename transfer deadline day to shots firing day because I think that's what it is.
Exactly.
We're telling off Montolivo, Ballo, getting the shit. Vergara being the next big thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Milan. Like Milan, the transfer window kind of, plan is, okay, we're going to spend no money. And then when we sell players, we're going to give them away. Okay. Jeremy Menez, free. Diego Lopez, free. Let him go. Just let him go. Okay. Just let him go.
It's incredible. Let's read some more comments, guys. There's about 10 in this transfer deadline day. It seems like we're going to sign Messi and Ronaldo in just a few minutes.
Oh,
so
yes.
Hold yourselves. Hold yourselves.
Hold yourselves. Actually, speaking of holding, hold there right 1 second. I'm going to get a special surprise for my good friend Marcello. All right? Just wait 1 second.
All right. Look at that. He's going to get something. So in the meantime, I'll be reading some more comments from you guys. Do you think Kuchka has a chance since so many midfielders are coming? I think Kuchka still has a chance to play in this team. He's definitely going to have to improve in terms of discipline because what he did against Napoli wasn't very cool. He's actually suspended for 2 games now. So Kuchka needs to shape up. Here's Adamo.
Here's Adamo, right? Here he comes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is okay. What this says is Milan Club Montreal. All right.
I got one there
Milan
too.
Club Montreal. It is
the
most beautiful. It's just love. Look, double-sided. All right, double-sided. They don't play no games. Okay. Shout out to the boy Marcello. Okay, this guy's hooking a man up. He's just the man. All right, Gio, Marcello, they got it on lockdown. Milan Club Montreal. Go check it out on Twitter and in real life and do that stuff. Boom.
If you guys are in Montreal, come join us. We watch games together. We have a good time together. We get drunk together. So why not? No, just kidding about the last part. So it is now official with 10 minutes remaining. Guess what? Matty Fernandez is a brand new Milan player. Polish.
Messi.
He joins Milan on a loan with an option to buy.
Oh, of course.
As we all expected, it is now official. Matty Fernandez is the only signing we made on this transfer deadline day. And someone apparently is calling you high. So that's great.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know.
I'd rather be high than low.
I didn't get that. But anyways,
what can I say?
Cristian Maldini, the son of Milan and Italy legend Paolo Maldini, will be playing for Milan as a captain next season, replacing Montolivo, who has been sold to Pescara. That's amazing. Who the fruit is Matty Fernandez?
Who the fruit? Shout out to you.
Love that. To you. Honestly, that made my night.
Fruit. I gotta use that. Can I use it? Thank you. I will.
Yeah, you could use it. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
It's all mine. Who the fruit?
It's all yours. So we have about less than 10 minutes, guys. Keep sending in your questions regarding Milan or signings. Who do you think was our best signing? We're having a good time on the chat.
Right.
That's always great to see.
Right.
Glad we're entertaining you on this. Great Wednesday night.
Right.
Arbeloa on a free transfer to West Ham. Milan is a joke. Anthony Romano. Do more things involving FIFA. This is not a FIFA channel. I'm sorry, Anthony Romano. I know we had videos in the past concerning FIFA and stuff, but this might return in the future. But this is not a FIFA channel. This is simply a Milan fan channel to keep guys updated with everything going on.
CC.
And to be honest, those FIFA videos took a shitload of time to make, and we didn't get the response we were hoping for. That is why we started dropping them.
What he said.
Just look at Clayton. You see, the guy gets it. The guy gets us. This is not FIFA. This is Rossoneri TV. You see? Simple as that. Thank you, Clayton. Thank you.
What the fruit, man? What the fruit?
Guys, you must do videos of you reacting to Milan games. This is something that I actually spoke about a few days ago. There's many fan channels already doing that. I think we will be starting this. At least we're going to be trying out for a few games. Adamo, I don't know if you're down for this, but what these gentlemen want to see is us doing a live commentary or giving our live reactions throughout the match. Just so you guys could comment throughout the match and give your opinions as well.
Actually,
yes.
Okay, that's a good idea because my Nono and I watch games together, and I think he would love exploiting and pursuing his dream of being a YouTube star, reacting to AC Milan games on the channel. So you never know. One day could happen, could not. We'll see.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you know, you might even get a shot of grappa while you're at it. So.
I'm not legal in Ontario, so.
Yeah, you're right. Saud says, love your channel, guys. It's 1 a.m. here, and I have work tomorrow, but still I'm enjoying the live feed.
I love you.
Thank you. We love you.
I love you.
we love people like
I
that.
hope Milan sign you to a 3 mil contract.
Yeah, we love you, honestly. Thank you so much for your support. And honestly, you have only 5 more minutes, then you can go to bed and wake up for a fresh day tomorrow.
Yeah. Milan sign Matty Fernandez.
How did we go from being linked with Fabregas to Wilshere to Matty Fernandez? Macaroni. Come on, man. Don't you know the team?
Come on, man.
The name of our team, AC Milan.
Here?
Come on, man. You know that.
AC Milan. All right.
You already know what's going down with them.
You already know what it is. Now we do.
No, I mean, why? Cáceres, no, he's not coming. Tyrese saying AC Milan to finish 8th. I think we'll be in a better position, maybe 5th or 6th. I think Poli and Montolivo should leave in January, remove the dead weight. I think so too. Shout out all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out Marcello.
Shout out. Represent the boys.
Is Milan doing any last-minute deal tonight? It doesn't appear to be that we will be because there's only 4 minutes left. And, filling out that contract takes more than 4 minutes. So I honestly don't think anything's going to happen.
But you never know. You never know. Today's day and age. You'll probably sign a contract over Twitter. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. Very, very true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
This is your chance, guys, to send out your last-minute questions. Shout out Toronto. Look at that. We got a boy, Jim Smith.
What's up?
Homeboy. Your homeboy, Adamo.
The man, the myth, the legend. All right? I'll see you at the TFC game. All right? I'll see you there.
Jim Smith. Remember the name.
Jim Smith. Remember the name.
Remember the name.
It's in there.
Do I think Calabria should take Abate's place in the Tim Cup? Yeah, why not? I think Calabria could definitely have a positive season. I mentioned the same thing yesterday. I think if Calabria shines in the performances that he's given by Montella, then I don't see a reason as to why he cannot replace Abate. What position do I play in? I'm personally a goalkeeper. That's how we roll.
He's actually known as Donnarumma.
Yeah. Shout out Vancouver as well. Shout out St. Lucia.
Cool.
Shout out to everyone. Nice place, man. We should be coming down there sometime. Maybe you can get us a nice place on the beach.
Yeah, I'll check out Vancouver too. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Where did Vergara go? He went to this Russian club called Arsenal Tula, I think it was called. Some freaking weird name. Not Arsenal, the real Arsenal.
Yeah, of course.
Arsenal Tula.
Yeah.
Imagine just ended up in Arsenal.
That would be fantastic. I mean, Callum Chambers going out, Vergara coming in.
How old am I? 69.
Old enough.
69.
Old enough. Older than Donnarumma.
Yeah. I heard about Vancouver. I heard about buying houses there. We were actually talking about that, weren't we, when you came over?
We were. It's crazy. It's mental.
You're doing great, guys. Can you just give us a quick recoup on what you think of our new signing as just joined? Adamo, please do the honors.
Matty Fernandez is what you would think of when you also think of Lionel Messi. Okay, he's a guy that's going to go in there, he's going to juke out the players, and he's going to bang them in. But actually, seriously, he's a player that I am very excited to have at Milan. I do think he is somebody that Montella can definitely use for a system and that he has used previously, so he definitely knows how to get the best out of him, which I think is one of the big qualities of him. And I do think that he could go down as one of the most underrated signings in this window in the Serie A, considering what he's capable of week in, week out. So I definitely think that Matty Fernandez can definitely help Milan, achieve their goals of reaching a European spot, whether that be replacing the likes of Montolivo and Poli. Hopefully that's the case. I don't know. Maybe Jose Sosa, as we mentioned, could play the regista role for Montolivo. But maybe Matty Fernandez can win the Champions League. You never know. It's possible.
Anything's possible when your name is Milan.
Exactly.
Anything is possible. Just look at that. You can beat the best teams and then just lose to shit teams.
Exactly.
So that is it, guys. The transfer deadline is officially in the books. It is
Same.
done and dealt with. Finally, no more shitty rumors for another 3-4 months, I guess. But yeah, we will be continuing making videos as usual. I just want to take the time to send out a big thank you to all of you guys who have stuck with us all summer long for all the videos, for all the transfer news. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here at this moment. And thank you all for subscribing to our channel over the summer. It was honestly a big accomplishment for us, and we are very close, speaking of accomplishments, to our next big thing, and that is 10,000 subscribers. Guys, if you haven't yet, please do so. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. Obviously, we got everything here to keep you guys updated. So please do so. If you're not subscribed yet, it simply means that you're not a Milanista. So I don't even know why you're here if you're not subscribed. Yeah, so do that. Click that button. Stop whatever you're doing. Click that button. Subscribe to the channel. And we will be back very soon for some more videos. Of course, there's international break this week, so there will be no Serie A games. But maybe we could do something, some international break special. Adamo, what do you think? Maybe we could see how our AC Milan players play for Italy tomorrow. They're playing against France. We also, I know there's a friendly match against Bournemouth on the 3rd. That is on Saturday, so we will be having a review for that for those of you that can't watch it. So subscribe to the channel. Thank you once again for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off from Rossoneri TV. And as always, Forza Milan.